Hi, it's Sarah here. How you doing? Happy New Year to you. Let's hope 2022 is a great one for everybody. So today we're going to do a talk on anger, how to deal with anger, how to get to the root of it, what caused it in the first place, and then some techniques to help you clear it and to cope with it too. So first of all, anger is a fear response to a perceived threat. So anger will get our blood pumping around our body, it will get our adrenaline levels up so we can run away or we can fight our perceived attacker. So anger can be useful. It can also be useful because it can be a rocket fuel for change. It can give us strength, it can give us determination, and it can give us courage to change. But anger is a problem if we use it over and over again, if we keep finding ourselves losing our temper, or if we lose it inappropriately. You know, maybe the boss didn't give us the raise we wanted, so we let rip at the boss. So anger can be useful, but there are other times when it is a problem. So when we are a child, we're often not taught to deal with anger. You know, we're taught as a child to be nice, to be happy, to play fair, so we're not taught how to deal with anger. So if we have anger as a child, what happens is we end up just shoving it downwards. We don't express it outwards, we shove it down because we think it's wrong to express it. And then when we shove it down, it then becomes locked in the cells of our body. And this can affect our behavior. It will affect our behavior going forward. It also can cause health problems in ourselves too. So the first step to dealing with anger is to look back at your childhood. It's probably something that happened in your childhood if you find yourself being angry as an adult. Was there some abuse you witnessed? Were you yourselves abused? Did you see some cruel behavior? Did you witness some injustice? Maybe you were neglected. And we are born with this innate knowing that is our birthright to be validated and acknowledged and loved. So if we're not, then that innate knowing comes up and we can feel angry as a result of that. So spend time, look back at your childhood, see if you can work out where it started from. And also use your awareness now. So carry a notebook around in your pocket for a few weeks. What triggers off any frustration and anger? Is it the feeling of frustration? You know, maybe something isn't coming up to your standards. People aren't behaving in the way you'd like them to. Things aren't going your way. Is it a result of jealousy? Is it a result of some injustice? Maybe you're feeling unappreciated or betrayed, etc. And then work out, when you've worked out what's causing it, use that knowledge to then work out what your beliefs are. So the beliefs are key to everything you're going to experience in your life. So say you worked out that you had a belief that you weren't appreciated. You then need to spend time bringing in a new belief that you are appreciated. So to bring in a new belief, it's very simple. Basically, you have to just keep repeating it over and over again by either looking at it, so write it out, read it, say it, sing it. You can also set it as a screen reminder on your computer. You can set it up as a reminder to pop up on your phone several times a day. You can record it on your phone and having it play really low overnight. So as many ways as you can to bring in that new belief that I am appreciated. Just keep repeating it over again. Stick it on post-it notes around your house in places that you're going to see it. So it just keeps bringing it into your awareness. Now it does take, if it's something that's a real core belief, it can take many months to bring in a new one like that, to overwrite it. So it's just a question of persevering. Also use your awareness when you have you're walking around with your notebook. Use your awareness to work out your thought patterns. Do you find yourself being over-judgmental? Are you over-critical, for example? If you are, then try and spend lots of time getting out of your head, because it's when we're stuck in our head that's when we're over-judgmental. So spend time putting your awareness down into the core, down into your heart center. You can imagine stepping into your mind and taking that into a lift and taking that lift down into the center of your chest and just feeling lots of love and peace down there. So keep trying to put your awareness down into your heart center, and that will help you get out of your head and stop you being over-judgmental. Do you find yourself always thinking about negative things? If so, try and turn your thinking around so you focus more on the positive. You can tell yourself that, you know, it's understandable that you're upset because this is something that's happening, is quite hard to cope with, so it's okay to be upset about it. But actually, anger isn't going to solve your problem. It's going to be peace that brings you ease with it. And also try, before jumping to conclusions, just take a step back and think, okay, is this real? It's very easy to jump to the wrong conclusions. And then if we keep jumping to the wrong conclusions, they then become beliefs. So just take a step back before you jump to conclusions too. Now we can also use anger so we don't feel our inner pain, our core wounds. It's much easier to lash out at somebody rather than to feel any grief or hurt we've got inside of us. We can also use anger to stop ourselves feeling vulnerable. You know, if we feel vulnerable, we feel afraid. So we don't like the feeling of vulnerability often. So being angry makes us feel powerful and strong. It stops that feeling of being vulnerable. But what you have to know is that being angry actually doesn't stop you being vulnerable, and it doesn't take the pain away. What it's doing is simply distracting you so you can't feel it anymore. So changing your beliefs and changing your thought patterns are the first step to stepping out of reacting with anger. And you also need to clear anger from the cells of your body. As I say, it's being locked into the cells of your body, and once it's locked in, then it causes you to react to situations with anger, whereas before, if you hadn't got it locked in the cells of your body, you might easily just say, oh, okay, that's not an issue. So the easiest way to clear it out of the cells of your body is when you're actually feeling it. However, if you're in hot-blooded lashing out, then you're not going to be able to do that at the same time. So if you feel yourself getting angry, try and take a step back, stop, try and see, where is it in my body? Can I feel it in my body somewhere? You know, is it in my gut? Is it in my chest? And if you can feel it in your body, put your awareness into that area, simply by thinking about that area. And then breathe in gratitude, send gratitude to that area, because gratitude will transmute the feeling of the emotion of anger. So if you can feel it in your body, send lots of gratitude to that area. But also by simply putting your awareness there, you're going to start to shift it. If you feel anger, you can say, this feeling of anger, I feel it, I acknowledge it, I honor it, but it's not mine and it's not me. Angels, please take it away. And then you're going to help spirit, you're going to bring spirit in to help you to release the anger that way. You can use something called Eft Tapping, and there's lots of tapping videos on YouTube, Eft Tapping videos on YouTube you can use for anger. You can, before you go to bed at night, just simply say, angels, please put your energy through me and around me to help clear the stuck emotional energy from my body. I mean, you could be specific and say anger, or you can just say stuck emotional energy from my body. And they will help you at night to help clear you. Now, you might feel a little bit of warmth, a little bit of jerking. You might not feel anything. But the jerking, what you can feel sometimes is your arms or your legs might give a little jerk, and that is simply because that's the stuck emotional energy leaving your body. And it's the same as if you were in a dream and you're walking down the steps and you miss a step and your leg jerks. That is actually stuck emotional energy leaving your body, so it's the same thing. You may also find, instead of just asking just for anger, you may have to release other emotions like rage, like fury, like indignation, self-righteousness, unforgiveness, blaming, abandonment, jealousy, frustration, etc. So again, use your awareness, what is triggering it, and then you can ask the angels at night if you want to be specific that way. Also, you might want to release fear, as the core root of it is fear. Ask the angelic realm to help you release the fear from your body too. So number 3 is heal your core wounds. Go back to that time when it started, what started it right at the very beginning. And then what you're going to do is heal your inner child. Now your inner child is a part of you that feels scared, that feels vulnerable. So what you're going to do is imagine them sitting on your lap. Now, if you know something happened to you age 3, you would see yourself age 3. If not, see yourself aged around 7 years old, sitting on your lap. And basically, you're just going to give them so much love, so much reassurance. You're going to tell them over again that they're safe. You're going to tell them over and over again that they are wanted, that they are appreciated, that you love them, that they are worthy and deserving. And you're so sorry for what they went through, and you're so grateful for what they went through, and you'll hear from them now. You'll hear from them now. Okay, just imagine that they are a real child that's really scared. What would you tell a real scared child? And healing your inner child is huge. Whatever you end up telling your inner child is eventually the small talk you're going to hear coming back to you. So, you know, that instead of that having a scared part, you're then going to have information coming back to you that you are safe. So it actually is, healing your inner child is huge. It will have a huge effect on healing anything and everything that you've gone through. Also, know that anger isn't real. You as an infinite being, you are the energy being inside the body. You know only love is real. You know only joy is real. You're a divine being, and that's all you know. But what happens is we have these beliefs going round and around in our head. So we go back to our belief that we're not appreciated. And then we can't hear these beliefs. They're playing over and over again as mind tapes. We can't hear them consciously. Subconsciously we can, but what can hear them is our body. Now our body you can think of as a continuation of your subconscious mind, and your body hears these mind tapes. Now your body does feel fear because your body can be hurt, your body can die. You as an infinite being don't die, but your body does. So your body feels the fear, and what happens then, your ego, which is your personality self, it picks up on this fear, and your ego and your body, in my opinion, that's your inner child. It's a combination of your body and part of your ego, then come up with the feeling of fear or anger or rage, or it might be any other fear, any other emotion, guilt, shame, unworthiness, undeserving, okay? But we're talking about anger in this situation. So what happens is your inner child says, feel anger, and you hear that, not consciously but subconsciously hear this, feel anger, so you do, and it brings up this anger. So it's not actually real. It's not coming from the real you. It has been created by your inner child, by your ego, by your body. So if you feel yourself feeling angry, if you can catch yourself at the beginning, you can actually say, okay, this anger isn't real. It's not me. What's it coming from? What is my inner child scared of? And then work it out, and then see if you can work out more of your beliefs. Forgiveness is also really important. Self-forgiveness. If you don't forgive yourself, you're going to keep yourself stuck and holding yourself in bondage. Forgiving others too, it's really important. And there are talks on my Facebook page about forgiveness, if that's an issue for you. Also know that everyone is doing the best they can based on their wisdom, based on their conditioning, that's the way they've been brought up, and based on their belief system, and that includes you. So if you find yourself losing your temper, don't berate yourself, don't tell yourself off, don't give yourself a hard time, because you're just compounding it then. Take a step back again and just tell yourself that you're doing your best, and it's not actually coming from you, it's coming from that scared part. And if other people aren't coming up to your standards, then take a step back again. Okay, they're doing the best they can, and maybe you want to work out some kind of plan to help them. If you feel anger, it's really boiling up and you can't stop it right at the very beginning, you need to express it. Okay, don't push it downwards, because then it's only going to cause problems to yourself. So ways you can express it: if there's nobody around, start doing some star jumps or some vigorous jumping up and down, because the word emotion actually comes from energy in motion. So if you can change that energy of rah into jumping up and down or doing some star jumps or something, you can get rid of it that way. You can shout. The best place to shout is go into a car where take it somewhere so no one can hear you, and shout in your car, and then open the windows after to get rid of that energy. But sometimes you do need to shout, and you do need to express it. Try not to shout it obviously to other people, because that's going to really affect them. But you know, if you need to shout, go somewhere, lock yourself in a car and shout your head off. Also, you can find a pillow, find a cushion, and just thump it, okay? Take your frustration out, take your anger out on this pillow, on this cushion. And then afterwards, take a step back. When you've got rid of it, take a step back and then comfort your inner child. Bring your inner child in and then comfort them. See if you can work out what they were afraid of. You can use breathing techniques. So just one simple one is breathing into the count of 4 or 5, whatever's comfortable for you. Breathe it in, hold it for a period of 2 or 3 seconds, and then breathe out for the same length of time you breathed in for. Breathed in for. You then might find that you might have to start off breathing in for 3 because that's all you can manage. But if you do this technique often, you can then find yourself breathing in for 7 or 8 and breathing out for 7 or 8. But just start with whatever feels comfortable. Self-love is really important. So if you find it really hard to love yourself, one way you can use is just to shut your eyes, imagine breathing in golden light of love, take it down into your heart center, then from your heart center you're going to send it out so it is surrounding your body, filling up your auric field with this golden light of love. And then use that golden light of love, pull it inwards, and that you can use that as self-love. But otherwise, just things like trying to be nice to yourself, you know, the way you talk to yourself, the way you treat yourself, be kind to your body. You know, your body really appreciates being told, thank you body, you're fantastic. It appreciates, you know, gentle rubs, you can cuddle your body, that kind of thing. So self-love, love yourself as a divine being you are, love your body. You can also send love to your ego, your personality self. Now I tend to think that's in my mind, so that's where I send it upwards towards my mind. But you might feel that your ego is coming from somewhere else. That's entirely up to you. If your ego is overreacting to something, send love to it and say, hey ego, I'm safe, it's okay, you can step back, or you can change and return to love. Okay, because ultimately it's your ego feeling scared, and your ego has a role to keep you safe. So that's one of the reasons it creates these feelings. It's trying to keep you safe. So send love to your ego and say, it's okay ego, I'm safe. Send love to your inner child, it's okay inner child, we're safe. You can tell yourself, just repeat over and over again, I believe I feel peaceful, calm and relaxed. Because ultimately it's just a belief that you feel angry. Just keep repeating, I believe I feel peaceful, calm and relaxed. Using gratitude. Now I said before, gratitude will transmute the feeling of anger. So you can breathe in gratitude and send it to every cell in your body. Breathe it in and send it to the parts that you know you're holding anger. But also you can use gratitude. Just try and be grateful for things in the day. Be grateful, spend a few minutes in the morning just trying to be grateful for things in your life. Spend a few minutes before you go to bed just trying to be grateful for things in your life. And it can be things like, thank you for my bed, I feel really grateful for having a great bed. Thank you for having enough food in my belly. Thank you for having clean water. Okay, it doesn't need to be huge things. It can be things like food. Thank you for the sunny day, etc. And instead of saying, okay, why is this happening to me? Take a step back. Be grateful for the situation. What is it trying to teach me? What is it mirroring for me? Because ultimately, everything you've experienced is an opportunity for your learning and your growth. So instead of seeing it as a bad thing, as a negative situation, what can I learn from this? Be grateful for it. Turn it around on its head. And take responsibility for what you are creating and choosing. Because not by taking responsibility is keeping you in victimhood. So ultimately, we are creating and choosing everything we experience. Now, it's coming from our belief system, and only 5% of what we experience we are choosing consciously. The other 95% are coming from our subconscious mind due to our beliefs. So what we can do is consciously choose something by simply saying over and over again, with the power of God that I am, I intend, choose and pray to blah blah blah. So what you can say in this situation is, with the power of God that I am, I intend, choose and pray to be peaceful and relaxed, or peaceful and calm, etc. Okay, so that's just some tips of coming out of anger. So basically it's awareness and then healing your core wounds and reassuring your ego and your inner child that you're safe. And we're just going to use the Chrysler unwinding technique now, just to help you. Now, the Chrysler unwinding technique is a technique I developed with Yeshua Jesus a few years ago. And what it does is help you replace limiting beliefs, and it also helps clear the stuck emotional energy from your body. So when you've got time, and if you want to do that now, that's great. What you need to do is just sit down somewhere quietly and shut your eyes and just say, I call upon the Christ light to help me. Now, it doesn't matter what religion you are. Christ light is just source energy of love, okay? So it works for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're an atheist. It's going to work for everybody. So you just shut your eyes and say, I call upon the Christ light to help me. And then what you're going to do with your eyes shut, you're going to see some sentences as though you were reading them on the inside of your forehead. Now, it doesn't matter about your spelling. It's your intention that matters. It works better if you can actually see your sentences and read them rather than just saying them and imagining them. So if you can't actually see them, it's because your mind is deeming that unsafe. So just keep saying to your mind over and over again, okay, it is safe for me to read my sentences. It is safe for me to see my sentences. And then eventually you'll come to a situation where you can see them. But if you can't at the beginning, just imagine they're there. Imagine you are reading them, and that's across the inside of your forehead, and that's going to work better than nothing. Okay, so what you're going to do is read these following two sentences. The first one is, I am liberated and free. And the second one is, I am safe to be here and worthy and deserving of ease and peace. So your sentences again, I am liberated and free, I am safe to be here, and worthy and deserving of ease and peace. Then you're going to imagine those sentences are going to go up into your brain, and they're going to start weaving backwards and forwards, left and right, up and down, around and around your brain. So as they're going around and up and down, just see if you can still read them. I am liberated and free. I am safe to be here and worthy and deserving of ease and peace. They're going backwards and forwards, just creating new neural pathways in your brain, up and down. And then what they're going to do is they're just going to start spiraling down through your head. So see them spiraling down and down through your head. And what's going to happen is the Christ light energy is going to go with it, and it's going to be cutting through that stuck emotional energy in your body. So see it spiraling down through your head, down through your throat, and then see your sentences spiraling down the center of your chest. And as they're spiraling down, you're going to keep reading them. I am liberated and free. I am safe to be here and worthy and deserving of ease and peace. And then see them spiraling down, see the sentences spiral down through the center of your belly. And then they're going to pass out from between the tops of your legs, and they're going to spiral down the gap in between your legs. See them spiraling down through the ground. Keep reading them. I am liberated and free. I am safe to be here and worthy and deserving of ease and peace. And then so you can see your sentences either go down into the ground or spiral off into the distance, whatever suits you. Take your awareness back into your head, and you're going to be reading them again in front of your forehead. I am liberated and free. I am safe to be here and worthy and deserving of ease and peace. And this time you're going to see your sentences. They're going to pop out from your forehead, and they're going to start to spiral up your left hand. So just see your sentences go around and around up your left hand and up your left arm, over your left elbow, up the upper part of your arm, up your upper arm, and then when they reach your shoulder, what you're going to do is just spiral them across the top of your back to your other shoulder. So spiral your sentences across the top of your back. You can read them. I am liberated. No, yep, that is right. I'm liberated and free. Spiral it across to your right shoulder, and then when it reaches your right shoulder, spiral it back to your left one. And you can read, I am safe to be here and worthy and deserving of ease and peace. And then when it reaches back on your left shoulder, start to spiral it down the left side of your chest, just taking it nice and slowly over your heart. Reading your sentences, I am liberated and free. I am safe to be here and worthy and deserving of ease and peace. And then see them going down the left side of your belly. The left side of your pelvis. Down your left thigh. I am liberated and free. Over your left knee, and then down your left calf. I am safe to be here and worthy and deserving of ease and peace. And then see them going over your left ankle and over your left foot. And again, spiraling off into the distance or going into the ground. And again, we're just going to repeat that process. So just seeing your sentences again in front of your forehead with your eyes shut. I am liberated and free. It is safe for me to be here and worthy and deserving. Sorry, I am safe to be here and worthy and deserving of ease and peace. And this time you're just going to see your sentences go up your right hand. So see them spiraling up and up your right hand, up your right arm, over your right elbow, up the right upper arm, when it reaches your right shoulder, you're just going to spiral it across your left shoulder, just reading it. I am liberated and free. And we just simply go across from shoulder to shoulder because we store a lot of stuff in our shoulders, so we're just kind of giving them a double whammy, as it were. And then once it's gone across your left shoulder, send them back to your right shoulder, and you can read your other sentence. I am safe to be here and worthy and deserving of ease and peace. And then you're just going to see, when it gets back to your right shoulder, you're just going to see your sentence start to spiral down the right side of your body, so down the right side of your chest and back. And down the right side of your belly. Down the right side of your pelvis. start to reading your sentences. I am liberated and free. Down your right thigh. I am safe to be here. Over your right knee. I am worthy and deserving of peace and ease. Of ease and peace. Down your right calf. Over your right ankle. Over your right foot. And seeing them spiraling off into the distance or going off into the ground. And then again, you're going to see your sentences, read your sentences with your eyes shut. I am liberated and free. I am safe to be here. I am worthy and deserving of ease and peace. And this time, just imagine your sentences going outwards. So you're going to like push out from your forehead, and you're just going to say to your sentences, I'm sending you out across all time and space, all dimensions and all universes. And then lastly, we just finish off by seeing your sentences go across your whole chest area. So imagine them in beautiful white or gold letters, or looking beautiful. I am liberated and free. I am safe to be here. And worthy and deserving of ease and peace. Now this technique, and then we just say thank you to the Christ light. Thank you, Christ light. And this technique, it works really well if you can do it at least 2 or 3 times a week. You know, if you could do it every day, that's fantastic. But it works best if you can change your sentences. Otherwise, you're just working on kind of the beliefs we just talked about, the beliefs we've just said. So you can bring in some new ones. If you do, bring them in so they're in the positive and in the present tense. So it is, I am worthy, rather than I'm not unworthy or I'm becoming worthy. It is, I am worthy. So I've just got a few more here, a few more suggestions that you might want to use, but feel free to use your own, or you can use some of these. And so the first one is, I am responsible for what I experience. I choose ease and inner peace. I understand that I am worthy and deserving. I believe that I am enough, lovable, and divinely perfect just as I am. I know the real me is loving and gentle. I choose to be kind, loving, and gentle. It is my birthright to live a life of love, joy, ease, peace, abundance, and full health and vitality. I am a divine being, an expression of God. I love, value, and appreciate myself exactly as I am. I easily forgive myself and others. Everyone is always doing their best. Everything happens for a reason. All my experiences are an opportunity for growth and expansion. I am here on earth to master my emotions. Okay, so that's just some ideas, but feel free to use your own. And on most of my other talks, I'm using the Chrysler unwinding techniques. There are lots of other suggestions I've used too, so you might want to use some of those. Okay, so I hope that helps. You know, we are here as a divine being to master our emotions, and anger isn't the easiest one to master because it's so volatile and so strong. It's really worth trying to catch it right at the very beginning before it starts, and working out the cause, and then changing your belief system and healing yourself that way. Okay, much love, many blessings from my heart to yours.